Hey, it's Couch Potato Gamer. I'm back with another video. This is the post Too Many Games 2018 video. This is my pickups from the convention. Too Many Games is a video game convention right outside of Philadelphia near Oaks, PA. It happens every year. It's usually in June or the end of June. This year was busier than last year. The foot traffic was more, and that means that this hobby is growing. I saw a lot of younger kids in there grabbing up games and stuff like that, so it looks like the next generation is continuing on with the game collecting. It's funny because we heard a young kid say, "Oh man, this game was my whole childhood and it was N64." So, the next generation is now, trying to snatch up the games that they grew up playing, which is a good sign for collecting because that means that there's still collectors out there, and the growth of the crowd definitely is a good sign too. The venue seemed to be a little bit bigger as well. They had a slightly different layout, but if you ever get a chance or if you haven't been, I highly recommend checking out Too Many Games. Next year it'll probably be in June again. It's usually towards the end of June, but it's usually for a whole weekend. I went Friday and Sunday. Saturday, just a little too crowded. Didn't feel like dealing with the crowds, so I stayed home. But I went Sunday, got some good deals from vendors that were looking to off their stuff. So anyway, let's get to it. These are my pickups from the convention. These are the prize joys of what I got at the collection. I got Lunar 1 and Lunar 2 complete editions, and they are in really good condition. The boxes, if anyone knows anything about these, the boxes usually don't hold up too well. So there are some dings on the boxes, but that's commonplace. But overall, they're in great shape. The insides are fantastic, almost like brand new, especially the first Lunar. The inside components of this, the guy at the booth was really nice, and he let me, I traded him a bunch of games for it, and he let me pick between, he had 3 sets, and he let me pick the best stuff out of each set to make one set of all the best of all 3. So I have all the best components that are in here in one collection, which is really nice, and that guy was really cool about it. I did trade him games that are valued more than this, so that's probably why he helped me out a little bit. But I really wanted this because I had bought Lunar 2 first, and I was like, I might as well get the first one as well to complete the set here on PS1. So these are definitely my prize joy of the collection. There is also a booth in there that makes custom game boxes. I'm gonna give them a shout out here because they were really nice, and it's called CGA Store. So CGA Store, you can go to cgagrading.com. I'll put it in the description box, and order cases for this. They also will make cases to the size of your choice. So I'm making them make special cases for these because they didn't have the size for these, and both of these are a different size. So I'm gonna have them make custom cases for these. They're like thick, hard cases that are very nice, and I got one for a Vita game that I've had, and it's really nice. But once again, they are cgagrading.com, and you can do that. So I'll give them a shout out. Next we have Lone Survivor for the Vita. I love my PlayStation Vita, and I collect for it regularly. So that was a big focus at this convention, was getting Vita stuff, as you'll notice. Lone Survivor, it is like Silent Hill, is from what I've read about and what I've heard. I've never played it. I can't wait to crack it open and play it. But supposedly it takes a lot of a lot of the Silent Hill experience and puts it into a game for the Vita. So I love survival horror and I love Silent Hill, so that was a great pickup. Next we have Oceanhorn. Oceanhorn for Vita. It's a lot like Zelda. I was told if you like Zelda, you'll love Oceanhorn, so I can't wait to play it. It looks like a lot of fun. I never got to order this when it first came out, so it was good to pick up a copy. I traded a game for this as well, so I pretty much, well, I didn't get it for free, but I traded a game for it, which was really nice. Next we have Skullgirls for the Vita. This has the cardboard sleeve to go over the game, but it's Japanese anime style fighting game, and just one on the Vita that I wanted to have. I enjoy fighting games, and I like to have fighting games on the go, so to get it for the Vita was really nice, and I got that. So next we have yet another Vita game, and that is Shovel Knight. Sorry about the glare on these. Some of these are sealed, so, but Shovel Knight, another fantastic Vita game, highly sought after. It's one that everyone wants and should have in their collection if you're collecting for Vita. So I had to pick it up, and I wanted to pick it up now before the price starts climbing on it. And I got this as part of a trade as well, so that was good. Next, we have another great classic RPG. That's Grandia, the original Grandia. It's in great condition, and was really happy to get this. I'm almost positive. Yeah, I traded games for this as well. I traded a couple other games. A big focus at this Too Many Games was trading games. So you'll see, manual, everything's in there. But Grandia, classic RPG. But a thing that I like about Too Many Games video game convention is that you can do trades with the vendors. It's not just you have to buy it straight up. If you have games that are of value, you can trade. Like a couple of these games, I traded 2 games that equaled this value for this game. So I gave up 2 games to get this one, but then I didn't have to pay for this one. I just gave up games that I had that I didn't really care about. Same with the Shovel Knight. I traded 1 game for this, so we just did a straight up game for game trade. So that was nice. So overall, in the convention, I saved a ton of money just by taking games I don't really care about and don't really need it in my collection, and it would be better for someone else that really wants it in their collection to have it instead of just having it sit on my shelf and me not play it or care about it. So I'd rather have someone who cares about it have it, and I get something that I really care about, like Grandia. So great thing about Too Many Games, I can't state it enough. As you can see on my shirt, I have Too Many Games shirt. Came with my 3-day pass. Pretty sweet. Next, we have a classic that I love, and I have the second one, but I really needed to get the first one. For some reason, it was elusive to me, so now I have both 1 and 2. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Good thing about Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance is you can play through the first game, import your character to the second game, continue playing through with that same character, so you don't have to start all over again with a new character, which is pretty sweet. Champions of Norrath did not have that feature, but Baldur's Gate definitely does. So I definitely wanted to pick that up. And another game, I can't wait to bring out my original Xbox and crack that open. Next, we have a 360. Well, this is the last game I got at the convention, and it's a 360 game. Anyone who knows me, or if you can see behind me, I collect heavily for 360. I think I just got game number 350, so I still have a long way to go. But I'm pretty deep into it. But I got Fatal Inertia. This is one of those uncommon games that people want to have in their 360 collection because it's not that easy to come by, and I figured I might as well pick it up now, and I got it for, a good price. It's not an expensive game, but it's one that you don't see too often, so if you see it, highly recommend picking one up, just in case. That's my deal, but it's like a racing flying boat type game. I don't know, it looks pretty wild, but definitely wanted it in my collection. So that was it. That was my pickups from Too Many Games 2018. Hopefully next year I'll be able to go back, and hopefully you will as well, and hopefully maybe I'll see you there and we can talk about games. And yeah, that's it. So Too Many Games 2018. One love.